What's up, guys? It's me. Today we're going to be doing our 2024 Oscar predictions for May. Now, this is my first Oscar predictions of the year, so I hope I get at least 2 right in each category. Now, starting off, we got Best Picture. Now, number 1 is Past Lives, and I don't actually think that Past Lives is going to win because a back-to-back A24 win is going to be crazy, yet possible, but it's going to be crazy. But I feel like Past Lives is the most passionate. It's going to be probably the most critically acclaimed movie of the year, so let's go with that for now. Number 2 is Dune Part 2, which I have. I thought this could win, but now thinking about it, I don't think a sci-fi blockbuster could win, especially a sequel. But it could have a Lord of the Rings Fellowship type, Return of the King type of package with a director, and all the text. But who knows? We'll see. And The Killers of the Flower Moon, the reviews are out from Cannes, and it's basically a lock at this point. People are calling it like one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best performances, which we'll talk about more in Best Actor, and it's crazy hype. So it's gonna get in. And The Color Purple, which is a musical stage adaptation. I feel like this is also going to be one of the crowd pleasers of the year. Not the most critically acclaimed though, but it's going to have a really good ensemble. Number 5 is Oppenheimer. Now, no one is hit or miss when it comes to the Academy, but I feel like this one has enough realism and stakes that it could get in. And number 6 is Air. Now, I know that this came out really early, but I really think that this is one of those like Don't Look Up, like really crowd pleaser dad movies that people are just going to remember until the rest of the year. And Ben Affleck directs it. It's a good narrative. And number 7 is The Zone of Interest, which is going to be one of the most critically acclaimed movies. The reviews just came out of Cannes, and it's calling it a masterpiece, a flat out stone cold masterpiece. So I feel like it's going to be like the tar of the year. And number 8 is The Holdovers, which is Alexander Payne's new movie, and I feel like this has a lot of good narrative going on for it, so let's just go for it. And I hope Paul Giamatti gets his first Oscar nomination. And number 9 is Barbie. Now, it's kind of crazy that I'm predicting a Barbie movie to get into Best Picture, but this is only possible because of Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig's genius, and people are saying that it's one of the best screenplays, so, come on, let's put it in. Number 10 is May December, which is another Cannes Film Festival premiere. And people are actually saying that it's not going to get in, and it's too weird and, polarizing for the audiences and Oscar viewers, but I don't know. I feel like acting nomination, screenplay nomination, and it's a comedy. I feel like it could get in. Now, for the Best Picture runner-ups, we got Poor Things, which is Yorgos Lanthimos' new film. I feel like I saw the trailer and people are like, "Oh my god, it's getting nominated." But I think the release date and the weirdness might get too much. The Lobster got a screenplay nomination at the very least, which is good. But I don't know. I feel like this is a very different Yorgos Lanthimos film than The Favorite, which people are expecting it to kind of like have the same veins with, but I feel like it's going to be different. And Strangers is probably going to get a shit ton of BAFTA nominations. It's like a British, film starring Paul Mescal. And it's going to get a BAFTA nomination. I don't know if it's going to get an Oscar nomination, but who knows? It's probably going to be like feel good and stuff like that. Saltburn, which is Emerald Fennell's next film. I don't believe that once a director gets nominated, your other films are going to get nominated like continuously, like a Jordan Peele with Get Out. I feel like it's going to be exactly that, and it's going to probably polarize a lot of audiences. I don't really see Saltburn being an Oscar contender for Best Picture. And The Killer, which is same reasons, it's going to polarize a lot of people, and I don't see it contending. And Maestro, I feel like has a possibility to be an actual bad film, but we'll see. Now, for Best Director, we have Martin Scorsese for The Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't think that Martin Scorsese is actually going to win for this movie, but it's with the critical acclaim it's getting. I'm pretty sure he's a spot on lock for a nomination at the very least. And we got Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2, which it's going to be a technical masterpiece. And if he didn't get nominated for the first one, so I'm pretty sure they have to they have to redeem it at some point. Number 3 is Celine Song for Past Lives, which I have it at number 1 for Best Picture, so I think that automatically makes it clear that it's going to get nominated for Best Director, and plus I'm hearing that her directorial vision is spot on. And number 4 is Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. I have Moon for now, and I think it's really possible that he gets in because like I said, I see The Zone of Interest as like the All Quiet on the Western Front, the tar of the year. I feel like word of mouth is really gonna propel this film forward, and Jonathan Glazer his film is gonna be seen, and his name's gonna be attached to it, and it's his directorial vision after all. And number 5, you have Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, and this guy. He got snubbed a lot of times, but whenever he makes a real-life film like Dunkirk, he gets nominated. And I know it's only happened once before, but I feel like it's going to happen again. And plus, I'm hearing a lot of directorial stuff like the black and white scenes and the purpose behind why it's black and white. I feel like he's going to get nominated this time. Now, for Best Actor, at first I didn't even have Leonardo DiCaprio nominated for The Killers of the Flower Moon, but the reviews came in and they were like, this is his best performance. And when you say that Leonardo DiCaprio gave his best performance, it's probably one of the best performances of all time. Because, he's given performance after performance that are just, changing the game for all the actors. And if this is apparently his best performance, why wouldn't he get nominated or possibly be in the winning contention? Number 2 is Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, which I initially had winning because I really see a narrative for him, and plus people are saying that he's amazing in the film, so I'm really excited to see what he brings to it. And Bradley Cooper for Maestro. A lot of people are also predicting Bradley Cooper to win for Maestro. And with this, I feel like undoubtedly he's going to be giving a really great performance because he's Bradley Cooper, and plus he's got a narrative. He's overdue. But the thing is, first of all, he's directing himself to a win, which I feel like people are going to be like, really, Bradley, really? And also, maybe it's going to cross the line of overacting, and I also don't have the best faith in Maestro as a film in general because, I don't know, judging by the feel and looks of it, I don't think it's going to be the best film. And I don't think it's going to get into Best Picture, and I know that that hasn't really affected Brendan Fraser in the previous year for the Oscars, but I don't know. I just feel like something's going to hold Bradley back, sorry, for winning this time. And Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers. He's overdue. Let him get nominated. The Holdovers is probably going to be a contender, so why not? And number 5 is Colman Domingo for Rust. And now I'm hearing a lot of stuff that the movie isn't the best, but I feel like Colman Domingo he's also kind of overdue at this point, and he's finally got a lead role, so let's reward him with a nomination. And number 6, we got Kingsley Ben-Adir for the Bob Marley biopic. And now, Kingsley Ben-Adir isn't as well known as Colman Domingo or let's say and Bradley Cooper, so I think he's gonna struggle more with getting a nomination. But I have no doubt that he's gonna be an amazing Bob Marley, and maybe he's gonna get awards traction for just being amazing without having a name recognition like Austin Butler for Elvis. Who knows? And number 7, we have Matt Damon for Air. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is I feel like he has a real chance or possibility to resurface in the later end of the season, because once people start catching up on Air, they're going to notice his brilliant monologue and they're going to be like, okay, maybe we should nominate Matt Damon. And plus, I feel like his performance will really resonate with the older demographic of the Academy. Now, for Best Actress, we have Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple. The people are saying that her performance in Broadway was really phenomenal, so I'm not gonna change anything for the film. I think she's also gonna be phenomenal, and I think she's gonna win. Number 2 is Greta Lee for Past Lives. Now, I'm sure she's not gonna win, but I really think that she is a solid lock for a performance if Past Lives get the recognition I think it deserves and will get, because I mean she's the face of the film, and I'm hearing that she's amazing, so why not? And plus, we need like a performance like this to get nominated at time to time, like a really heartfelt, beautiful performance that people really resonate with. Besides all the biopics and the real life formula, people, the real life people that people play to win Oscars, like we need a genuine, heartfelt, real, original performance. And number 3 is Jessica Lange for Long Day's Journey into Night. This is based on a play, and she also played someone there, and apparently she was really good. And apparently whoever plays the character that Jessica Lange is playing gets a lot of awards, so I'm kind of guessing the same. And really, I feel like she has a narrative. She's kind of going to be like Glenn Close in The Wife. Number 4 is Natalie Portman for May December, and at first I thought she was going to be like Kate Blanchett and Tar, like just showing off her performance. But apparently, it's kind of a comedy. They're kind of campy, but I still feel like she's going to get nominated. But who knows? I think the 1, 2, 3 are kind of safe, and the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are not sure at all. And number 5 is Emma Stone, Poor Things. Speaking about campy, I saw the trailer. She looks campy as fuck, but I feel like she's still going to get nominated because it's Emma Stone. And plus, I have no one else to put it in the number 5 spot. So there you go. Until the spot, the actress race kind of tightens up a bit, we're going to have some loose ends. Number 6 is Annette Bening for Nyad. Speaking of a loose end, I really don't think this is going to happen, but again, it's Annette Bening playing a real life character. Who knows? Let's see what happens. And Kate Winslet for Lee. She's going to be amazing, but I don't think the movie's going to go anywhere. And Margot Robbie for Barbie. Now, I don't think she didn't get nominated for Babylon and some of her all-time great performances, so I don't think she's going to get nominated for Barbie, but who knows? If Barbie really is a big of a contender as people think it is, maybe she will just go on with the ride. Best Supporting Actor, we have Ryan Gosling for Barbie. Now, people are calling it like one of his best performances of all time for Ryan Gosling, like the people are doing with Leonardo DiCaprio, so... And he's going to be giving like a really silly, goofy performance. I'm actually not sure who's going to win for this category either, but you know what? Ryan Gosling for the win. Let's go. Number 2 is Robert De Niro for The Colors of Flower Moon. The early reactions saying that he's actually the standout of the supporting actor category, so let's go with him for that. And John McGarrett for Past Lives. He's going to get nominated. I'm pretty sure of that. He's fucking phenomenal according to people. Why not? Number 4 is Charles Mullen for May December. Now, he is actually the standout of May December according to people from Cannes. I feel like he's a bit of a newcomer to get in, but who knows? This category right now seems really loose. I actually have no idea what's going on, so let's go with him for now. And number 5, I'm gonna put Ben Affleck for Air. Fuck it. I feel like, I don't know, like, with this movie, I feel like a lot of people are gonna go back to it at the end of the year, and after all the contenders kind of flop, they're gonna be like, Ben Affleck actually directed a really great movie, and they can't honor him in the Best Actor category because it's not as showy, so I think he could actually get in here, and plus, he gives a damn great performance, and he's really funny, and these types of roles, like Alan Arkin in Little Miss Sunshine, and these, like, Alan Arkin in Argo as well, like, these types of roles get nominated, so I don't know why they wouldn't nominate, you know, Ben Affleck for the role. He directed the fucking movie. Number 6 is Willem Dafoe for Poor Things. Now, I'm really not sold on this, but according to the book, he does have a lot of showy moments, and he's covered in makeup, so let's see what happens. And Brian Tyree Henry for Flintstrong, I mean. He might be as good as people are saying, but he just got off an Oscar nomination, and usually double nominations are very rare, especially in the last decade or so, so I don't see this really happening. And Jesse Plemons for The Killers of the Flower Moon. People are saying that his role is actually really small, smaller than The Power of the Dog even. And yeah, he's just going to be Jesse Plemons playing Jesse Plemons. So yeah. Best Supporting Actress, we got Lily Gladstone for The Killers of the Flower Moon. Now, people are saying that she's like really good in this film, so I could see it. I see a narrative for her. And plus, she'd be the first Native American to ever win an Oscar. So there you go. And number 2, we got Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. Now, she's apparently a standout of the big ensemble of The Color Purple, and I've seen a lot of praise from her from the Broadway and stuff like that. And her role is apparently really fantastic, so let's just go. I think she's getting nominated, and she might also win. Who knows? Number 3, we got Taraji P. Henson for The Color Purple. Now, she's not going to be as standout as Danielle Brooks, but she's also going to get along, I think. And we got Davine Joy Randall for The Holdovers. Now, this, I'm not sure. It's it's more of a hunch, but I think when the reviews for The Holdovers come out, they're going to be like, oh my god, Davine Joy Randolph is amazing in this. She's the standout. I'm predicting that. Number 5 is Viola Davis for Air. I'm really skeptical about this. I'm actually really not sure about number 5 and number 4, but whatever. And this lineup would be just fucking amazing. Let me just say, like, 5 people of color getting nominated, no white people. Like, I feel like that's gonna be like a new streak for the Oscars. And number 6 is Julianne Moore for May December. Usually I had her at number 3, but people are saying that she's not as standout as Natalie Portman or Charles Melton, so let's move her down a bit. And I'm actually really not sure about this category as well. All the categories right now, this month, are kind of ambiguous, which is fun, to say the least. Now, Best Original Screenplay is kind of weak this year besides the top 3. We got Past Lives, which I think I'm pretty sold on winning. Number 2 is Air, which I think is getting nominated. Number 3 is The Holdovers. Alexander Payne did not write it, but it's going to have, like, snappy, witty, funny dialogue. So, there you go. Number 5 is Saltburn. Now, I'm actually really Now, number 4 is Saltburn. Now, I'm actually not really like that. You know, I don't really buy this that much, but the thing is, it's Emerald Fennell. She just came off with A Promising Young Woman, and I don't know, like, there's nothing better to fill the spot. And number 5 is May December. I'm also not sold about this, but, you know, it's campy, it's funny, it has really great dialogue, it's snappy as well, so it might be in contention as well. Number 6 is Drive Away Dolls. It's a Coen's new film, and I don't know. I feel like this could be a lone screenplay nomination type of thing. And number 7 is Maestro. Now, if Maestro is good, who knows? It might be nominated for screenplay. Best Adapted Screenplay. Now, I got Barbie, The Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Dune Part 2. You guys know why those are nominated. Now, I don't know what's actually going to win. I'm just going to put Barbie number 1 because it's probably going to, you know, have, like, the social commentary aspect, and it's going to be really, like, snappy and witty, and it's going to be really interesting and original. And also, it's written by Noah Baumbach and Greg Gerwig, so, like, you get to award 2 overdue writers who got snubbed constantly, and you just get to give them awards for screenplay, so that's amazing, isn't it? Number 5, I kind of debated over The Color Purple and The Zone of Interest, but I'm going to go with The Zone of Interest because The Color Purple is going to be a musical, and musicals they rarely get nominated for this category, and The Zone of Interest is going to be really interesting, and I'm actually really, like, I'm predicting an overhaul for The Zone of Interest, so that's something. And we got Poor Things, which, you know, it might contend, but it might be too weird for the Oscars.